Have you ever wondered why one of history's most powerful emperors wrote in a daily journal to cope with stress? What's astonishing is that the secrets to happiness he discovered nearly 2,000 years ago have become one of America's top psychological trends today. But can these ancient principles truly help you overcome modern pressures like losing a job, heartbreak, or even a midlife crisis? Welcome to Wisdom Daily. In today's video, we will explore 3 secrets to happiness from the Stoic philosophy of Marcus Aurelius, Rome's legendary emperor and author of the insightful book, Meditations. These principles will not only make you stronger and more rational, but also help you live a calmer and more meaningful life. Are you ready? Let's dive in. Rule 1. Evaluate situations objectively and clearly. Have you ever experienced this situation? It's a beautiful morning, and you're driving along, enjoying your hot coffee, when suddenly another car cuts sharply in front of you. Your heart races, coffee spills onto your seat, and immediately you feel furious. You shout angrily, perhaps even tempted to chase after the other driver to teach them a lesson. But pause for a second and think, does your reaction really help the situation, or is it just making things worse? This is exactly the insight Marcus Aurelius emphasizes in his renowned book, Meditations. According to him, most stress and suffering in life come from overreacting to things that don't go our way. That's right, it's not what happens to us, but how we perceive and respond to it. Often, we create negative internal narratives such as, "Why does this always happen to me? I have the worst luck. My day is ruined." These thoughts are exactly what amplify our stress and make problems seem worse than they actually are. Marcus Aurelius refers to these as misjudgments, the false judgments that cause us unnecessary suffering. In the United States, a recent study revealed that over 75% of adults admit they regularly overreact to minor daily inconveniences, from traffic jams to small disagreements at work. These reactions lead to anxiety, prolonged stress, and even illness. Imagine the situation differently. What if you simply accepted what happened exactly as it was, without adding negative emotions? Instead of thinking, "I nearly had an accident," you might calmly say, "A car just cut in front of me, but I'm safe now." This illustrates the difference between objectively evaluating a situation and unnecessarily adding negative feelings. Would you like to discover exactly how Marcus Aurelius trained himself to stay calm and objective, even in difficult times? Stay tuned, as Wisdom Daily reveals a powerful technique known as cognitive distancing in the next section. Cognitive distancing might sound complicated, but it's actually quite simple and incredibly effective. It refers to the ability to observe your own thoughts and emotions objectively, as if you're someone else looking from the outside. Marcus Aurelius frequently asked himself a powerful question in his personal journal: "Is this really happening, or am I just creating a stressful story in my head?" Imagine this scenario. You just received a message from your boss requesting a private meeting at the end of the day. Immediately, your mind floods with anxious thoughts. Did I do something wrong? Am I about to lose my job? These thoughts instantly make your heart race, tense your body, and significantly lower your productivity. But now, try applying cognitive distancing right in this moment. Pause briefly and objectively ask yourself, do I actually know why my boss wants to meet? Or am I simply imagining the worst? Rather than letting yourself be pulled into negative speculations, remind yourself that at this moment, you don't truly know the reason for the meeting. It could be anything: a new project, praise for your recent efforts, or even positive feedback. Many people in the United States have shared that consistently practicing this technique has significantly reduced their workplace stress. A study from the University of Pennsylvania also confirmed that individuals who regularly use cognitive distancing tend to be happier, more confident, and experience fewer symptoms of psychological stress compared to others. Remember, negative emotions usually stem from our own subjective assumptions and judgments, not necessarily from actual events. When you view situations clearly and objectively, you'll find yourself feeling lighter, stronger, and better prepared to handle whatever life throws your way. But what about situations completely outside your control? How can you remain calm in the face of failure, loss, or unexpected difficulties? Continue watching Wisdom Daily as we explore Marcus Aurelius's second principle: only desire and focus on what you can truly control, in the next section. Rule 2. Only desire what is within your control. Have you ever thought to yourself, if I just had a lot of money, I'd finally be happy? Or, if only I had the love of that person, my life would be complete? Or perhaps, having thousands of followers on social media would make me satisfied? These are common thoughts, but do they genuinely lead to lasting happiness, or are they actually sources of disappointment and anxiety? Marcus Aurelius offers us a profound insight. If you base your happiness on things outside of your control, such as money, fame, or other people's feelings, eventually you will face disappointment. Why? Simply because you cannot control how others perceive you, whether the market rises or falls, or if the person you love will always love you back. Consider the story of Jim Carrey, one of America's most famous actors. Jim once famously stated, "I think everybody should get rich and famous and do everything they ever dreamed of so they can see that it's not the answer." This statement may seem paradoxical, but after achieving massive success and accumulating millions of dollars, Jim Carrey openly admitted experiencing deep unhappiness. He discovered firsthand that true happiness doesn't lie in wealth or fame, things that are constantly changing and outside of our control. Marcus Aurelius understood this truth long before Jim Carrey. In his timeless work, Meditations, he emphasized, "True and lasting happiness is found only in things fully within our own control, such as our thoughts, attitudes, and actions." Instead of wasting your energy desiring what you can't control, begin to focus inward. Strive to perform your best every day. Maintain kindness toward others, and learn to appreciate what you already have. These are the keys to enduring peace and genuine, lasting happiness. But how can you truly put this into action and maintain calmness, even when things don't turn out as expected? Have you ever heard this saying, "You cannot control the direction of the wind, but you can adjust your sails"? Marcus Aurelius conveys a similar message in his book, Meditations. Rather than passively waiting for life to unfold according to your wishes, he teaches us to actively take action and calmly accept whatever outcomes life presents. Imagine you've just lost your job due to company layoffs. Instead of sitting around feeling anxious, complaining, or sinking into despair, you could immediately choose to act proactively, updating your resume, learning a new skill, or actively reaching out to other companies. These are actions entirely within your control. But more importantly, Marcus Aurelius emphasizes that no matter the final outcome, you must never lose your sense of calm. Perhaps you will quickly find a better-paying job, or maybe it will take you longer than expected. The result itself is beyond your control. Calmly accepting results isn't resignation, it's profound wisdom. It enables you to channel your energy into meaningful actions instead of wasting time on anxiety and regret. This is precisely the secret successful people use to overcome life's greatest difficulties. Do you know the story of Oprah Winfrey, one of America's most celebrated media icons? Early in her career, Oprah was fired from a TV anchor position for being unfit for television. Rather than giving in to despair, Oprah calmly accepted this outcome and proactively pursued new opportunities. By choosing to act instead of dwelling on resentment, Oprah created the legendary career she enjoys today. Marcus Aurelius assures us that if you consistently do your best and calmly accept whatever outcomes life presents, you'll achieve genuine happiness independent of luck or external circumstances. So, how can you ensure that every action you take in life is always right and meaningful? Join Wisdom Daily as we explore Rule 3, always act for the common good and with ethical integrity, in the next section. Rule 3, always act for the common good and with ethical integrity. Have you ever wondered what truly gives our lives meaning? Marcus Aurelius, both an emperor and philosopher, offered a profound answer. We exist not merely to live for ourselves, but to improve the community we belong to. According to Marcus Aurelius, every action you take, whether large or small, should serve a clear purpose, contributing positively to society and your community. Don't act solely for short-term personal gains, because real happiness arises only when you're making a meaningful difference in the lives of others. Do you know why people in America who volunteer their time tend to feel happier and more fulfilled? A Harvard University study revealed that working for the common good, even through small acts like assisting an elderly person across the street or participating in local volunteer projects triggers your brain to release happiness-related hormones such as serotonin and oxytocin. These hormones not only lift your mood, but also improve your health, reduce stress, and even increase your lifespan. Marcus Aurelius also advises each of us to regularly ask ourselves, is what I'm doing today truly beneficial for my community? What am I contributing to make others' lives better? Imagine arriving at work each morning, and instead of simply focusing on your paycheck or personal benefit, you actively ask yourself, how can I help make my colleagues' jobs easier today? How can I make our workplace happier and more productive? Even a small shift in your mindset like this can immediately bring you renewed motivation to deeply satisfying feeling of knowing that your actions have purpose beyond your own self-interest. But what happens when you consistently choose to do what's right for your community? Does this truly provide specific, tangible benefits for yourself as well? Do you know what truly creates someone's reputation? Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good person should be. Be one." This means your ethical actions themselves help build a trustworthy image, earning long-lasting respect and trust from others. Imagine you're faced with two choices at work: following ethical principles, even though it may be slower or more challenging, or taking shortcuts that yield immediate results. The second option might bring quick benefits, but in the long run, you'll lose credibility with your colleagues and supervisors. On the other hand, consistently choosing ethical behavior might feel harder at the moment. Yet over time, you will become known as someone dependable, someone everyone wants to work and collaborate with. The story of Warren Buffett, America's legendary billionaire investor, vividly illustrates this principle. During a talk at the University of Nebraska, Buffett shared, "It takes 20 years to build a reputation and only 5 minutes to ruin it. Always act ethically because that's your most valuable asset." By consistently adhering to this principle, Buffett has maintained an enduring reputation for over half a century, becoming a figure trusted and respected around the globe. Marcus Aurelius also stated, "What you do speaks volumes about who you are." Each small daily action, keeping your promises, respecting other people's time, or behaving honorably even when nobody is watching, can either build or slowly destroy your reputation. Remember, when you choose to live ethically, The respect you gain from your community will be your greatest reward. You won't just feel happiness because people trust you. You'll also feel pride knowing you're making the world a better place. But how can we turn these lessons into daily habits? Join Wisdom Daily in discovering how to effortlessly apply all three of Marcus Aurelius's golden principles to your everyday life in the following conclusion. Together, we've just explored 3 secrets to happiness from the Stoic philosophy of Marcus Aurelius, the wise emperor of Rome. Let's briefly recap these 3 important principles. First, always evaluate every situation objectively and clearly, because our negative emotions typically stem from our own thoughts rather than the actual events. Second, desire and act only on things within your control, calmly accepting all outcomes, whether good or bad. And third, let every action you take serve the common good and uphold ethical standards. This is the key to building your credibility and earning lasting trust and respect from your community. Marcus Aurelius once shared a profoundly memorable thought: "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." As you can see, true happiness doesn't come from external achievements or superficial things, but from living rationally, meaningfully, and deeply connected to the people around you. Now, Wisdom Daily wants to hear from you. Among the 3 principles we've covered, which one resonates most strongly with you? And how do you plan to apply Stoicism to your daily life starting today? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this video valuable and want to continue discovering insightful lessons from ancient philosophy, be sure to subscribe to the Wisdom Daily channel right now so you never miss future inspiring content. Thank you for spending your valuable time with Wisdom Daily today. See you in the next video.